bypass. Okay? So let's get into it. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you. We honor you. Aren't you? Lord, I just speak a hedge of protection over the nation, the world. I pray those of you that don't know Jesus or God, you get to know him and have a personal relationship with him. Develop one if you don't have one. Again, I'm the 400-pound queen going live. Please share this video. Sharing is caring, doesn't cost you a dime. So make sure you do that. And if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please register. I am under my name, which is Candice Phillips, Kandice, last name Phillips, Phillips. So that's how you can contact me. And if you're not my friend on Facebook, you can send me a request and I'll get back at you. Okay, so moving right along, let's get on into it. So we're doing part 3 today for life after bypass. There is no quick fix, guys, to weight loss surgery. To the life after it. As I stated last time, you have to take a lot of different kinds of vitamins, supplements for the rest of your life. And the only difference is your body begins after you have surgery to process food differently. Okay. So the way it absorbs it is different. They're rerouting everything, which is what takes place. When you do have that not information, but when you do have that done, that's kind of what is happens. The gastro tube is kind of like reset, and the way that the food enters into the kennel is totally different once that happens. I hope you all are doing well today. I really do. Again, I just pray ahead of protection around you guys, and I pray that God is watching over you all. Okay, so let's get into it. So what can you eat after having surgery? What you're going to do is start off with lots of, and you will not have any solid food for at least 30 days, the first 30 days. And then after that, first you do liquids, then you can do broths, then you ease your way back into it. And then at that point, you can begin to have softer things like, thanks for tuning in. You can begin to have softer things like jello, puddings, fruit, and then you ease your way back into the meals. Your appetite changes drastically from not liking things that you used to like that were unhealthy for you. It changes right away. And what else happens is the way you feel. I used to be a person all the time that loved to go, loved to travel, loved to do things. And I just have become an introvert. And then after you have surgery, you have to make sure that you are not drinking alcohol or doing recreational drugs, because that will definitely have you picking up extra pounds and extra weight. And then once you also have surgery, you have to make sure that you don't. Thanks for tuning in. Please share this video, bless someone else. And again, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, there we go. So anyway, yeah, this thing is just it's a big challenge that you're going to face for the rest of your life. And then just be prepared for the journey to go along. As I always tell you guys, it's a lonely road to try to do something different and extraordinary with your life. You also want to make sure you drink lots of water. I just started yesterday chopping up lemons, and what I do is I put them in a pot of hot water, and then I boil them, and then I add honey. And then sugar-free food, low-calorie food, fat-free, sugar-free are awesome choices at the beginning, but then after a while you want to try to switch that to either raw sugar or honey, which I'm working on now. My next journey is getting off the Splenda, getting off of these different elements. And I'm gonna tell you why Splenda is not good for you, because it makes you crave sugar. Diet stuff makes you crave sugar drastically. I'll give you a perfect example. After I had surgery, I had not had any candy, none of that stuff. And I drank a Diet Coke, and I immediately wanted sugar afterwards. So the way it processes in the body is not good. It makes you crave sugar. And you do not want to be having sugar in your diet if you're trying to lose weight. So you want to try to eliminate as much sugar as you can, and then you can gradually, like I said, throw puddings in there. It's getting ready to get hot outside, so those of you that like popsicles, you can have sugar-free popsicles or sugar-free ice cream, things of that nature. And then you also want to make sure that you're trying to do some type of exercise. Um, After this virus stuff is all over, I will be doing back water aerobics, which is great for the joints, it's great for the body. And if you are a super heavy person, um, that seems to not hurt the muscles and make them sore. And then once you start doing the water aerobics, then you can begin to add weights to it. And then that will also help with the body mass, the fat index. Okay. Um, Also, I want to cover today, I want to do a little bit talking about diabetes, because it's something that we don't talk about often. Okay. So you might say, okay, what does this have to do with it? It has a lot to do with it. Okay. Um, Diabetes, a lot of people focus on the pancreas, and we need to stop focusing on the pancreas, and we need to begin to focus on the liver, because bad liver is what causes diabetes. They're always focusing on the pancreas, and you need to begin to focus on the liver. And you might say, okay, Mahogany, what are you talking about? Okay, I'm getting ready to tell you. What I'm talking about is the liver can begin to go bad if you're consuming massive amounts of alcohol. Thank you for tuning in. Please share this video. Yes, it can turn into what you call, if you continue to drink, cirrhosis of the liver. And when your liver goes bad, when you have diabetes, then it just really kind of shuts down from there. Um, we're getting ready to go into an epidemic of diabetes. It's going to be uncontrolled. Medicine isn't going to work. Medicine isn't going to help. Medicine probably won't be available. So again, guys, I would suggest that we begin to try to live as natural as we can, begin to eat fruits, vegetables, greens, things that come from the earth. And I suggest that we try to cut back on the meats. If you're going to bake chicken, I always suggest you can cook it with the fat on there, but don't consume the fat. You want to pull all the skin off of the chicken. Um, and then if you're going to do fish, please don't do tilapia. I've done lots of research on tilapia. Tilapia actually causes cancer, and it's not a farm-raised fish. It's what you call a fish, a bottom feeder. Bottom feeders are not good. They're not clean. And then they're probably in some lake or river that is disgusting, filled with all different types of chemicals. So again, if you're going to do fish, please do whitey. You can do perch. I'd rather you even do catfish than do tilapia. So leave the tilapia alone. Um, and then for your veggies, what you want to do is, I hated vegetables. As I told you guys, the only thing that I ever ate as far as vegetables was lettuce on a burger. I hated them. But I'm going to give you a secret. Vegetables do not belong in water. I'll say it again. Vegetables do not belong in water. When you cook vegetables in water, you are cooking all the nutrition out of the vegetables. And most people, when they cook vegetables, they're cooking them way too long. So by the time you eat them, it's like you're just eating them for fun at this point. So the way you want to cook vegetables is you want to stir fry vegetables. If you're going to use cooking oil or cooking spray, you do not need a lot, poquito, which is very small amount. Okay? when you're doing vegetables, I cook, and another thing, I cook everything in garlic and onions. Garlic is a very good way to cook your vegetables. You can stir fry them with a small amount of oil, butter, or grapeseed oil or olive oil. I love olive oil. It's quite expensive though, but sometimes you can find it on sale. You're going to use probably about a tablespoon of olive oil. You can throw some garlic in there, some onions in there. Then you're going to throw your vegetables in there. And you don't need any water. You do not need water for vegetables. Vegetables already have water in them. And then if you feel like you need to have a carbohydrate, I would suggest a sweet potato or brown rice. And a lot of people, they can't eat like rice and things like that after surgery because a lot of things that you used to can eat after surgery, you probably won't be able to eat anymore. Your body completely shifts and it changes. And those things that you once liked, you don't like anymore. It's like just a whole nother world. Um, so that's how that goes. And then another thing that I would suggest you guys doing is getting some fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables. Fruits are amazing. They have all the nutrition that the body needs. It helps flushes it out, the body out. It helps the skin. Um, and if you're going to do fruit and vegetables, you can either do them together or separate them. And then I'm going to give you guys a healthy snack that tastes amazing. You can get low fat, calorie goat cheese. And what you can do is you can get green pepper, a red pepper, or a yellow banana pepper. And what you want to do is eliminate as much bread as you can. You can take a red pepper, green pepper, yellow pepper, a slice of turkey or a slice of chicken. You're going to put the goat cheese in the middle of it, and then you're going to wrap it. And you can either do a lettuce wrap, a spinach wrap, or you can just do a green pepper wrap. And it tastes amazing. So what you do is you get the lettuce out, you get the turkey out, and then you put the goat cream cheese, low fat, low calorie in the middle. And then they do have, if you love fish and you want to eat fish, they do have fish that taste amazing that you can either pan fry or bake. Um, and then if you do fried foods, just try to make it something that you don't bring back into the home, that you go out and you consume. And then when you come back home, then you don't do it anymore. Thank you for tuning in. Please share this video for those of you that have just tuned in. So that's how that works. I know I'm giving you guys a lot of information, but you can go back and rewind the videos. Also, this is part 3. So if you have not watched the other 2 parts, please go back and watch them. And please share those videos as well. So for those of you that don't like plain water, you can make your water taste amazing. What you can do is you can cut up lemons. You can cut up strawberries, you can cut up pineapples, and you can add it to the water, regular water. Spring water is amazing for you. Well water is amazing for you. And spring water has a lot of benefits in it. It kills a lot of diseases. It kills bacteria. And some AIDS and HIV patients and cancer patients use spring water. It helps with the healing process. It helps with pain and everything. Also, coconut water is good. And after surgery, you won't be able to consume soda for months and months at a time. And for those of you that like Kool-Aid, they have sugar-free options in Kool-Aid. You can get sugar-free tea, sugar-free lemonade, and sugar-free Kool-Aid. So you don't have to use the one with the sugar in it. For those of you that have to have sugar, sugar is very addictive, very addictive. So I would extremely suggest if you are drinking Kool-Aid that you water it down tremendously and you increase the amount of water that you add to it every time, and you just get better and better with it. If you're a person that likes a lot of sweets like I used to be, you can have sweets, but you have to have a small amount. They make all kind of sugar-free, fat-free candy options, sucker options, juice options. Again, you want to try to make everything that you can either sugar-free, fat-free, And then you want to watch the cholesterol. So you don't want to use a lot of cheese because cheese is high in what they call saturated fat. And saturated fat is where you have those cellulite. It creates cellulite. That's what saturated fat does. And then um, I would highly suggest creating um, probiotics in your diet. Probiotics get all the bad yeast and all the bad bacteria out of your stomach, your gut, your intestines, and it creates good bacteria because we have good bacteria and bad bacteria in our stomach. So what you want to do is begin to create good bacteria, and the way you create that is by taking a probiotic. There's all different types of probiotics that you can take, all different kind of brands. They basically do the same thing. For those of my bougie people, you can get a name brand one or an off brand one, and they both work very well. You want to make sure your probiotic is at least 6 to 800 milligrams, and you want to take 2 pills a day. Also, as we get older with the aging process, um, we begin to develop where our brain moves slower and you're not thinking as quick. So everything that I'm telling you is not a quick fix. It's going to take time and you're going to have to do it for a while. Okay. They say if you practice any behavior for 7 to 21 days, your life can drastically change if you're willing to go through the process. Again, surgery is not a quick fix. It's actually a slow fix um, because you have to continuously work at it. And then your body begins to become immune to what you're doing. So you have to begin to change the way you work out. So if you're swimming, now you got to walk. If you're getting on the treadmill, now you got to get on the elliptical. So you have to constantly change the routine because your body comes to a plateau where it's not going to lose any more weight unless you begin to change things. Also, if you want to lose weight, you have to consume less calories. Consume less calories. That is the key to losing weight. Um, you have to burn more than you consume. If you're consuming more, thank you for tuning in. Those of you that just tuned in, make sure you share this video. Again, this is the third part to life after gastric bypass surgery. Thanks for tuning in so much. Again, if you are not registered to my YouTube channel, please register so that I can continue to provide you guys with great information that is going to help change your life if you're willing to go through the process. If you're not, then it won't. Bottom line. Um, I hate sometimes trying to teach adult things because it's much harder for an adult to change bad behavior once they've created bad behavior for so long. So again, you want to do a probiotic. For two, you want to do a fish oil. Fish oil is very important. It helps lower cholesterol, and fish oil also helps with the brain chemistry. So it helps change those thoughts around. Okay. Um, Also, B12. If you are a person that has a low energy or no energy at all, I would definitely say that you want to have a probiotic, a fish oil, and you also want to have vitamins. Everybody should be taking a multivitamin every day, whether you've had surgery or not. Multivitamins are good. They and calcium. You also need calcium. So you need calcium, you need a multivitamin, you need a probiotic, and you need fish oil. Again, this is part 3. So these are just things that I have added into my life. Um, and they have tremendously made a big difference in the way the brain functions. Um, as I was stating, as we get older, our brain kind of just deflates a little bit and we lose some of those cells in those membranes. So to bring that chemistry back, you want to add fish oil, and fish oil will help you go to the bathroom. It'll help your cholesterol. It just helps with a variety of things. You guys can Google everything that I'm saying. Go back and play it. Do your own research. Also, as I always speak about, you want to try to get some kind of container that will help you with your food. So when you're out, you can make better choices with the things that you consume and you put in your body. Um, you want to get something that has multiple sides So, for instance, you might could put cheese sticks, have cheese sticks, beef jerky or turkey jerky, chicken jerky, some kind of sausages. Then you want a low calorie dressing, and don't load it down. Don't load it down with all that dressing because you don't need a lot of dressing. Also, if we listen to the body, we don't listen to our body. Our body will tell you exactly how it feels, what it needs, what it wants. But we have to listen to it. That's why when I pray God change our hearts so that our hearts can be restored and then our minds will be restored. Everything is from the heart. Everything. Relationships, love, it all starts here and then here. Okay? So these are things that we want to be practical and practice every day with. Um, for those of you that don't know God, don't know Jesus, I suggest you seriously check them out, get a relationship with them, because you're not going to be able to do your journey or any kind of journey without them, whether it be business, um, whatever you're trying to achieve. You're going to need some help along the way, and he can be a great friend to you, a great mentor to you, a great person to set an example for how you want to live your life. And no, guys, I'm not perfect. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a preacher, and I'm not a teacher. I'm just simply sharing my experiences with you. Also, um, I would suggest that you seek a nutritionist out. A nutritionist can draw blood on you, figure out what your blood type is, and figure out exactly what foods that you need for you. Because everybody's body is different and requires different things. But the longer you go without seeing a physician, also, it's very important that if you're diabetic, if you have high cholesterol, high blood pressure, that you're seeing a physician every 3 months. Your health will either improve or decrease. Okay? And it's also very important that you see a dentist. You might say, why? It's important that you see a dentist because there's bad bacteria and all gingivitis, all kind of things that can grow in the teeth and the gums. And if you are not taking care of your dental things as you get older, you will begin to need denture. And I know you don't want that. And you don't want bad blood diseases or infections that are in the mouth to travel throughout the body because it can kill you. It's very serious. So I would suggest that you please see a physician every 90 days, which is every 3 months, and that you also do what I just said do. Follow up. Follow up with a nutritionist, follow up with your doctor. And again, all these things will help you. I love to add lemons to my water. I love to add fruit to my water. And then another thing you can do is after you have a meal, you can consume some fruit. That helps digest the food. So when you're eating food, try to consume some fruit afterwards. It helps kind of settle the stomach. It helps kind of just make everything better. And since I started taking probiotics, I noticed that I have less just bloating feeling, gas feeling, just stomach hurt feeling. So again, everything I'm telling you about, I'm not doing any promotion deals or anything like that. I'm just telling you what has helped me and has worked for me. So I would really suggest that. And then also, for those of you that are in the Texas area, my pastor's name is Chase Visions is the name of her ministry. CHASE Vision Ministries. She's out of Houston, Texas, and she is just a phenomenal woman. Um, she just gives it to you raw, give it to you legit, and it is kind of what it is with her. Her and her husband, they do an amazing job mentoring several people and blessing people to teach them how to walk. Um, so I am followed by a church ministry, but I physically don't go to church because, as I stated before, church has just become a religious experience. But when you get there, you're not experiencing anything. Nothing's changing in your life. Um, and if you want to give to the poor, go out and give to them. Go buy them food. Go buy them water because they can use it. Don't sit up in the church and just give your money to somebody and it's not blessing the kingdom. Okay? I love you guys so much. If you can, Please tune in Friday. I'll be coming back live. And then the routine will follow back Monday. So it'll be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm going to try to be on at 8 a.m., but if I can't, it will be periodically throughout the day. Please just hit the follow button so you can know everything that I'm doing, knowing where I'm at. Also, the next time I see my physician, I will make sure that I include you guys. And I'm actually speaking for the people that have done my operation in May. And I'm going to pray that they give me a job. They're very proud of the weight loss that I've achieved. They said they've never had a patient do what I've been able to do, what God has been able to help me do in 4 months. So I want to be an advocate for people that are mentally ill, that are struggling with their weight, that are obese, and that are just really having a hard time in life. I also think getting a pet can help you. I'm getting ready to try to get me a dog. And there is a way that your pet fee can be waived. If you are either disabled, you have depression, anxiety, you can get a letter from your doctor and you do not have to pay a pet deposit at all. You have to either ask your complex that you live in for the letter, or either you have to ask your doctor for it. Okay? A pet will help you get out of your routine. It'll help you walk more, exercise more. And that's another thing I'm doing. I've been begin this week to walk before when I wake up in the morning, and then take a walk in the evening before I go to bed. And that also will help. Again, I'm constantly switching the routine so my body doesn't hit a plateau. So any exercise that you love to do, if you like to dance, you can dance in the house, put some music on, and just start dancing. I'm trying to make my videos shorter so you guys don't get bored fast. Again, if there's any questions that you would like to know, if there is a topic that you would like to discuss, please send me a message and I will add that to the part of the show. Okay. I love you guys so much. You guys be safe. Make sure you're washing your hands. Make sure you're bathing properly. Um, Make sure you're wearing your gloves. Make sure you're cooking your meat thoroughly. You can put a thermometer in it. It'll tell you if it's reached the temperature that it needs to. And just be happy, guys. Live life. Um, have no regrets. And just be the best you can be. If you be you, people going to love you. They're going to love you. They're going to accept you for who you are. Being you is the best thing you could ever do. So never try to be anybody else. You can rock you very good. Very well. So never achieve to want to be like somebody. You can have the ambition to want to have the lifestyle they have or the life they have, but please do you and be you. I lost someone that was very special to me. Um, I really don't care to share their name, but God, you just watch over their family. You protect their family. You send love to their family. You send resources to their family. I ask you, God, to protect the children that were involved with this situation, God. And I ask you to be with them. I pray over the world right now, the nation. Lord, I speak peace among all nations. I pray that we would collectively get along. I pray that we will begin to support one another. Please share this video. Sharing is caring. Please register to my YouTube channel if you're not registered. I just pray, God, that we would not disappoint you anymore, but that we will begin to unite, love one another, care for one another, support one another. And if you are not supporting someone, please don't be hitting it, they inbox, asking them to support you, do nothing. If you're not willing to reciprocate the love that others are showing you, then don't be expecting them to support you. That's just flat out what it is. Because that's what I'm going to tell you. If you can't support me, don't ask me to support you. Because I'm not going to do it. For those of you that show me love, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all the bomb. Again, this is part 3 for Life After Surgery. Please share. All right. I love y'all so much. And I'm going to get with y'all on Friday. Okay. Shout out to everyone that tuned in. I see y'all. I see my faithful people on here. Lisa Wilson, thank you so much. Betty Clark, thank you so much. Jay Steve, thank you. And thank you, Aquil, for those of you that have tuned in today. Sharing is caring. I love you all. Each one, reach one, teach one. All right, I'm done.